Welcome everybody to Pop Friction Super. Just doing a quick video. I'm not gonna do the whole intro thing and all that shit. Dun, 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 dun. Face flashing and twisting and turning and then big smile and all that shit. But just doing a car video. I'm in my dad's old car. My car's still in the shop. I finally got an engine for it. Blew the engine up. So hopefully next week I'll be driving my car instead of this old car. This car is so old, it has a cassette player in it. Cassette. You heard that right. But I just read this. I'm at the park, killing time. Read this comic book right here. It's True Believers. It's a reprint of Spider-Man 131, The Amazing Spider-Man. This is 10 issues, I believe, after the death of Gwen Stacy. I'm not sure about that. I'd have to look that up. They mention it in here. And this is actually a pretty fun comic to read when you got 5-10 minutes to spare. You know, old school comic. Nice little throwback. It's the wedding of Doc Ock and Aunt May. Naturally, they did not get married. All kinds of shenanigans happened. But it was okay. I can tell you what I love about older comics, is that you really got your money's worth. This was probably a 75-cent comic back in the day, if that much, maybe even 50 cents, depending on what year it came out. But they really loaded things down with verbiage. Lots of dialogue, lots of thought balloons, lots of captions. They don't do that anymore. It's mostly just dialogue, very sparse. You can read a modern comic book in 2 to 3 minutes. Like, no shit. This took me about 8-9 minutes, maybe 10 to read. You know, you pace yourself. And after talking about Tobey Maguire and Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, I heard Tobey Maguire's voice every time I would read Spider-Man's dialogue. It's always good to do that. Pick an actor, someone you're familiar with. If they haven't played the superhero, it's okay. Just pick somebody out. It was nice to see some old characters that I hadn't really, like the Ned Leeds and all these motherfuckers. I hadn't seen them in a long time. I think he's dead anyway. And Mary Jane, not long after her introduction, just being a fucking cunt. She's such a bitch. It's like, I don't really care. Peter Parker would just hold me down. Peter Parker can be a drag on a girl's career. You know what I mean? Even though she's totally smitten with him. Playing hard to get, probably. Bitch. And even at the end, she's like, I don't want to love Peter Parker. I like the guy too much for that. What the fuck does that even mean? That don't even make sense. But this is a Roy Thomas issue, maybe? I know Stan Lee had dipped out by this point on Spider-Man. Oh, Jerry Conway. And Ross Andru. Well, who drew the fucking thing? I guess Ross Andru. So they co-plotted it, so yeah, probably. It was entertaining. Nothing to write home about. But for $1 for about 20 pages, I may have been a little more. On glossy stock, well worth the money. Not a huge Spider-Man fan, but well worth the cash. You know what I mean? $1. Marvel, DC, pay attention. You can make comics for $1, $1.50, $2, and they will sell. You don't even need the glossy stock paper anymore. DC, I don't think anybody's even mentioned this. I've noticed DC Comics, except for the prestige format stuff, has gone back to a style of newsprint. Those Green Lantern books are not printed on glossy stock. It's a higher quality newsprint than what the comics used to be printed in. It reminds me more of the DC trade paperbacks from like five years ago, and past that point, going backward. That's what they used to do. And they didn't lower the price though. They need to lower. Alterna can print comics for $1.50, sell comics for $1.50, and I don't know how many of those I bought. and enjoyed them because they're $1.50. How can you not enjoy something you paid $1.50 for when you're reading it? Now, modern comics, $3.99, $4.99. I buy those most of the time I don't do it, and I wasted $5 on the shit. I'm not the only comic book fan that feels this way, but lower prices. You don't need lots of stuff in cheap hardcovers. So forget that. Just give us entertaining comics cheaply. Comic books used to be affordable. That's why they were everywhere. Now they're only in comic book stores. I don't even Books A Million sell single issues anymore. Not the local Books A Million around here. No more single issues. It's all trades and hardcovers and collected editions. So really the only place you get single issues these days is in a comic book shop. And that's a fucking shame. You used to be able to go to every gas station, every convenience store, every grocery store, and pick up some comics. I remember being a kid and going to a hardware store, and they had comic books on spinner. Hey kids, comics. Remember those spinners? Those spinner racks. They also had Star Wars figures, which is weird. They were like, it was after Return of the Jedi. It had to be. But I remember buying one there, Star Wars figure, and like 4 comics, because they were like $1.25 then, maybe, if that much. Probably not even that much. You lower the prices, guys, when you get them everywhere again. That's what needs to happen. I'm gonna do a video sometime this week on my thoughts on things that could help the comic book industry. You see a lot of those videos around, but I'm gonna do one too. But till then, make mine Marvel from 5 years or earlier ago.